What's up? I want to talk about childhood trauma. Yeah, it makes some people's butt cheeks tight. It is what it is. See, I like to talk about real life. I want to get on here and talk about fluff, about things that, it's too fantasy. There's nothing wrong with fantasy. But a lot of times it's really, really important to come down to reality. And my reality is a harsh one, but a beautiful one at the same time. So, one thing that my early childhood trauma taught me that I learned later was a lie was children are to be spoke at and not spoke to. Yeah, that wound up being a lie. That's bullcrap. So get rid of that one. Another thing, it can be very devastating when you are young and you watch anyone that is a guardian, a parent, someone that's an authority figure that's in charge of you. If you're able to watch them being inappropriate as a child, that is going to alter your judgment. Especially if they're not emotionally healthy, to where they can, number one, make sure you're not even seeing their behavior. But if that's not your story and you watch them do whatever they're doing as far as behavior, relationships, sneaking, lying, all of those type of examples in front of a child, is devastating to their reality. Because children, they're not born with the answers. They have to trust in an adult first before they go off and become independent. So if those adults have all kind of emotional injuries where they're running from their trauma, they don't want to face nothing, they don't want to be around people that make them accountable. Listen, my opinion, they shouldn't be raising kids. We got to do better. It can't just be about slapping cheeks all the daggone time. Because slapping cheeks sometimes equates to a baby being born. And when you are on some bull crap, and I mean straight foolery, you don't deserve a child. There, I said it. You don't. Children are very valuable beings. We're supposed to raise them with their futures in mind, and the fact that they're going to influence and affect other people's lives. It's not enough mindful parenting going on. And in my opinion, we have to start taking ourselves more seriously as parents. We don't even check into what's going on with us. We just want to go on autopilot, get bills paid, go to work, do this. Oh, I'm going to go here because I want to go out. Listen, it's so much deeper than that. So much deeper than that. Your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health, you know what I'm saying? Your emotional health, your physical health. Listen, Linda, listen. No, we finna actually check in on this. How many parents are able to actually be in a situation where they can make sure that if they have anything that they have to grieve or unpack, that they're getting that help they need if they don't know how to do it themselves? Granted, it's a lot of people that don't have resources. You see what I'm saying? But with social media being what it is, it's been used for a lot of bad, but it's a lot of good that can come out of it. Take me for starters. I graduated reading on a 10th grade level, and I was 12th grade. I had my first child by the time I was 20. And I learned the hard way that once my child got to a certain grade, my reading level was not good enough to help them with their homework. Word? That's what we gonna do? Yeah, that didn't sit well with me. So number one, I picked a man that I could learn and grow from and with. Is he perfect? No. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. But he has really great leadership skills, and he's really good when it comes to verbal communication, and that is what I needed very badly, because I called it ebonically challenged. I had all kind of crazy words. I used to create my own lingo. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the words I created ain't in Webster's dictionary. I would create them joints myself. You know, and a lot of it comes from me, you know, having certain experiences earlier on. I was talked down on, or that talked down to a lot, and it would sink in. And I truly did feel like I was a piece of worthless crap, especially from my abuser. You know, I'm not the only one that he abused, but I tend to be the only one that speaks up about it. Hear-ee. But at the end of the day, it's not about shaming someone. What I do here that has to do with childhood trauma is about getting my voice back. I didn't even realize it was taken from me. So very young. How is that fair? So I get to go through the worst childhood experiences ever. Not saying every day was terrible. It wasn't. But when I look back on it, now that I'm raising children, listen, they're there. At the end of the day, I want to change the narrative. A lot of families, in my opinion, we protect the narcissist. Right. A lot of the time, the narcissist is running havoc on the family tree. Oh, yeah, I said it. The narcissist does so much damage, and no one wants to deal with them because they are energy vampires. They will drain you like never before. Boy, yo. And no one wants to be bothered with that. And it's understandable, but by default, they're running the families into the ground because no one wants to stand up. Less is more, people. Just because someone gets loud don't mean you got to get louder. It's more power in silence. Yeah, peep game. Instead of sitting here letting people that are emotionally immature run the family tree. Why we doing that? My man, my chick, you can't even emotionally regulate. Why is you running? I'm a need not. Because if somebody comes up that has a healthier perception, now we got an issue. Because the person that's unhealthy is vibing on a totally different, lower vibration. They're argumentative. They're not accountable. But they have a high level on the family tree. No, we have to start sitting down, having family meetings more, having those tough decisions that everybody want to run from and then gossip behind people's back. Let's not do that. You want to talk? Let's talk for real. And I'll start with myself. Yeah, before Eminem's 8 Mile movie came out, he thought to come at his own neck at the end of the movie. I've been doing that from jump. I don't need nobody to tell my story. I tell my story. Question is, can you tell yours? Because it's real easy to run your mouth about other people. Facts. But let's see you run your mouth about you. Why are you doing things this way? Why you didn't put your children first? You had a tough childhood? Okay, I'm here for that. Let's talk about it. I'll show you some empathy. But can you show it in return? Are you a fair person? Are you beating your children into submission? Are you training? Like, you gotta literally have talks that cause discomfort, no doubt. But it's about speaking to each other in a way where we can hear it. Not scalding grown people. Scalding children. No. This is why no one wants to open up. This is why people don't want to talk. Because they're afraid to be judged, called out. That's not what it's supposed to be about. We speak to understand. We speak to grow. We speak so we don't repeat history in a negative way. Well, at least I know I do. Which is why I can't hang in certain groups. I'm a little too real for that. There's a lot of people that are protecting themselves from certain traumas they've been through. And I'm not judging it, because I daggone sure been through mine. But it comes a time where you got to stop being a coward, like I had to. And I was an ignorant coward, because I didn't know no better until I did. And now you can't really tell me much of anything. I'm here to educate. I'm here to face my childhood trauma and encourage you to face yours. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. Holla at me.